of the thick of it all. And if they don't give me room, well then I'll give them the wall. I'm gonna smoke my tires when the victory calls. I'm gonna be there, be there. I wanna see my face up on the jumbo screen. Feel the white hot metal of a winning machine. Because you win or you lose and there's no in between. I wanna be there, be there, be there.
NASCAR on speed. Be there.
Only 2 races remain in the Target Series season number 12. We head to Joliet, Illinois at the Chicagoland Speedway for the running of the Gatorade 300. With so few races left in the season, the championship winding down at the moment. It's a 2-man race for the championship. However, if both Jake Richardson and Colton Yo follow trouble here at Chicagoland, others have a shot at the championship. On the front row, 2 non-chasers, Matthew Burnett on pole. Outside pole, it's Brendan Sarlin in the 36. Starting in 3rd place, it's Levi Shones. In 4th, we have Ronan Curtis. And rounding out the top 5, Marshall Burrow in the 52. Starting in 6th, we have Eric Olson. 7th place, it's Brandon Beal. Adam McDowell in 8th. 9th place for Landon Lyons. And Cement Oskin in the 13 rounds at the top 10. Back behind them, we have Jordan Stout, who's inside the 8 of Eli Bright. Then there's Justin Zeidel, the 7, and the 07 of Bronson Minnick. Will Germont enters 3rd in points, but 9 back of the points. He definitely needs to make up ground here today. Dudes outside Riley Sprogem in the 22. Then there's Jeff Bright, the 1, and the 35, Zachary DeLello. 2nd in the points, Jake Richardson, 4 below. Colton Yo in his points lead. Evan Hunter, who's inside the 23. Then there's Kenny Walrus and Matt as well as the 16, with Jose Mills and the 2 of Luke Rainey. Then we have Danny Lloyd, and there's the points there. Colton Yo, can he try and keep it, maybe extend it, heading into Homestead. Then we have Jake Galloway and Ross McTree in the 17, with Jay Brando and the 9 of Brett Sierra. Then there's Felix Janssen, and 4th in the points, Anthony Hernandez enters 10 below Colton Yo. Then we have Nolan Lawrence, the 51, and the 98, Jennifer Beeford. Conrad Evans still with a shot, 14 points below, but definitely needs to gain points and a lot here today. DJ Reed, who's inside. Then Jay Jefferson, Keyshawn Richardson, and rounding out the field, last row, 39th Code Red, 40th Jonathan Beeford in the 00. There's our 40-car field for racing at the Chicagoland Speedway, the Gatorade 300. Let's go down trackside to fire these cars up.
Drivers, start your engine!
They don't know we're going to go to the back.
"40 engines roar to life here in Joliet, Illinois at the Chicagoland Speedway. A beautiful day for racing here in the second to last Target Series race in its history. And on the front row, 2 non-chasers, Matthew Burnett and Brent Harlan leads to the green flag as the points picture. Yo, up by 4 over Jake Richardson, by 9 over Graymont, 10 over Hernandez, 14 over Conrad Evans, who leaves with a shot at the championship come Homestead. Pace car to pit road. 30 laps, Matthew Burnett on pole. How do the championship runners fare in this one? Coming to the green flag, it's waving. We're underway at Chicagoland. What a massive jump for Matthew Burnett. He easily cleared the pack by the time they got to turn 1 and allowed Zarlin to get in line in 2nd. Shones got swallowed up from 3rd spot. He's back to 4th and already on the outside the 08. Off 4 for the first time. Matthew Burnett leads the first time for pole handily over Brendan Zarlin. Now Brennan has a run though entering turns 1 and 2. We'll stay behind him for now. Zarlin over the back bumper. Matthew Burnett through 1 and 2. Looking on the 15. Marshall Burrow looking in 3rd. He has a nice run onto the front 2 as they race down to turns 3 and 4. Burrow looking on Soderland, who looks on Burnett, 3 wide already behind them as they come off 4 for the second time. Brennan low on Burnett, but the 15 still leads on the outside. 4 cars breakaways. They're 3 wide behind him, multiple rows deep. Brendan Sarlin takes it through 1 and 2. Here comes the 98 Brandon Beal going for 2nd. Eli Bright with his teammate Seidel emerges. How about Will Graymont looking for every point he can garner? And just a few cars behind him on the inside. Jake Richardson has that same story in mind. 2nd in points, only 4 below Yo. He can try and gain it and take over the points lead if Yo has a bad day. Richardson has a really good one. Up at the front, Eli Bright looking on Beal for 2nd as Brendan Sarlin still leads in the 36 from 2nd starting spot. To the inside go the JRM cars of Eli Bright and Zeidel. Eli will take 2nd, but left by teammate Zeidel to the inside. Here comes Graymont with Zeidel looking for every point he can get. He needs everything. 9 below. Colton entering the day. We have the track bow into the wall hard. That was, I think, Jansen in the 61. Really popped it hard there as they left 4. Great job not coming down to anyone and wrecking, but that was a really hard impact from the outside wall. I think that was actually Yo back there with the Colton back there. That's actually slowed some cars up behind. See Brando getting low and trying to stay with the trap. This 3-wide racing, while it's entertaining, it's allowing Sarland to keep the lead. All he has to do really is just run the inside and just hold it down there as they just keep shuffling behind. If no one breaks this cycle, Sarland can easily lead this race for the rest of the going. Someone's going to be the one to have the strong enough car to emerge clear and not have anyone battle once they get clear in second. Now McDowell moves up. Richardson moves to his inside. Can McDowell get a toe off the 36 to get clear? He cannot. And now Jake Richardson puts middle of 3 because Jake Gowie moves inside for second. Here come 2 more Junior Motorsports cars. It's Sierra and Jeff Bright. Oh, coming together off 4 between Gowie and Richardson. Gowie to second, but for how long? Sarland still leads. Led all for the first 2 laps, and that was Matthew Burnett from pole leading it. Gowie just cannot hold the car to the bottom. Sierra gets low behind them. They'll get 4 wide. Walrus got shuffled down to the inside, middle. As Mills also there. The outside goes McDowell as they come off 4. Everyone able to keep it out of the wall. Well, now they're looking 4 wide for a second. Rosby Train looking low in the 17. 4 wide is the pushing point at Chicagoland. And we have seen crashes start with 4 wide, but the more 4 wide you have, the closer you'll get to 5 wide. And that will definitely be the breaking point of these drivers. And look at this. The 2 front runners in the championship, they're in the same 4 wide row. Colton Yo's in the outside middle. Richardson on the way outside in the 39. This is 4 wide. I can't count how many rows deep, but it's a good bit. If you are Richardson, if you're Yo, you are nervous right now. You do not want to be in this position as a championship runner. If you're Graymont, Hernandez, Evans, you're hoping you can avoid. If it happens, you're hoping that the 01 and the 39 are both involved in it, because at the moment, I don't see them making it another few laps. And this is getting intense. This is getting crazy. Up at the front, they're making contact. Lawrence and Schultz are beating and banging off. Oh, there they go! Right in front of the field. It's going to be a massive crash. And the wall, hard goes Yo and Jake Richardson. The front 2 in the points are hard involved. They're trying to drive away. Both Yo and Richardson are. Where is Graymont? Where is Evans? Where's Hernandez? Because the front 2 are collected in a big way. Both the front 2 driving away, but they're going to be so badly damaged they might be out. As Brendan Sarland still leads, he'll lead them back to the yellow. A massive crash at the 1/3 point in this race. Looking for the 89. Look at, there's Evans and Hernandez and Graymont. They all 3 may have gotten away with it. I think they did. I don't see any damage. They are 16th, 17th, and 18th. The front 2 in the championship. Yo hard to the outside wall. Richardson hard to it as well. Looks like the 39 is more damage. He might actually be done. I don't know if they're going to be able to fix that. Yo should be able to stay in, but that thing's going to be so slow. He really sideswiped the wall hard, as you'll see on the replay. Danny Lloyd's going to be done. Jeff Bright's going to be done. 2 chasers. So the caution is out around the 1/3 point in the Gatorade 300. Brendan Sarland's done all but the first 2 laps. Let's go to what happened in this yellow. The front 2 in the championship are collected. Let's pick this up off turn 4 because it gets close right here between Levi Schoens and Nolan Lawrence as they come off the corner. Schoens and Lawrence are beating and banging with Matthew Burnett. Somehow they don't wreck it right there, but they do wreck it a little bit further down through the tri-oval. So they're still 4 wide pinching. See how low Lawrence is on Schoens? He's on the white line and just finally clips him off the track. They go and hard in the wall. Look at Lloyd and Burnett off the ground. Look at Richardson, the hit he took. And Yo barely gets clipped and gets up and hard in the outside wall. And then gets sandwiched by Keyshawn Richardson and Riley Spurley-Tube. So both the front 2 in the championship took hard shunts in this one. There you can see Evans driving through with Hernandez and Graymont. Looks like they all got low and got by without any contact, while many drivers could not avoid it. This was a terrible crash. A lot of hard hits in this one. Yeah, the first hard hits were Burnett and Lloyd, and Richardson then took a hard one with Eli Bright, and then Yo right there, multiple hard impacts. That was a big one for sure. It happened at the front of the field. I mean, Schoens was running up inside the top 10. And I mean, at that point, you're wondering if you're Yo, if you're Jake Richardson, you're thinking back, how did I get involved in this, right? Because he looks like barely got clipped. Richardson looked like it was a secondary incident that started that. It looks like DeLello got into Eli and got into that. But look at Yo. He had it missed and then got clipped right there by Jones, who was just out of control wrecking. You can see the three drivers who need this the most. They all get low and get by. That is Graymont, that is Hernandez, that is Evans. Let's go on board with Colton Yo because he looks like he had it maybe missed, got a little bit of clip, but then got clipped big time by Levi Jones, which puts the 0-1 to the outside wall with hard damage. Really, most of this damage came from the 10 spinning out and getting up into him while he's against the outside wall. And Jake Richardson, hard damage. He was up off the ground, second in points. That was the front 2 in points. Now it's going forward with some of the drivers who need to miss it, like Anthony Hernandez, the 11. I think he may have actually gotten involved a little bit, but keeps it going. Wow. Talk about 360 and keeping it going. Hernandez got clipped, I think, by Zidell, but kept it going straight. Will Graymont might have seen this. Let's see it. What a great job by everyone. That was the top 4 points. We went on board with all of them. Two that needed the most, they missed it. So Brennan Sarlin, the 36, leads them back around to the yellow flag. He leads back to the green flag. Brennan Sarlin leads the Gatorade 300 at Chicagoland. Coming back green a lap before midway. 16 laps to go at the green flag. The car's out. Jansen, Lloyd, and Jeff Bright. Jake Richardson still going to 36. Yo in 33rd. Definitely lap traffic will come into play if it stays green for the rest of the way. Sarlin's an all by the first 2. He gets a nice jump on the restart. McTrain second. Oskin third. Randolph fourth. Olsen in fifth. Now for second, Oskin low on McTrain, but this is what kept Sarlin up front. Remember, the 36 got clear, and as they just kept shuffling for a second. No one could catch him. We'll see if it stays different on this restart. Damaged cars slowing some drivers back there. Brandon Beal restart mid-pack, but had damage on the front. Zidell gets around to DeLello trying to get around him, but they might lose touch with the trap. DJ Reed trying to get by. Where's Yo? Where's Richardson? There is Yo. They're staying together. So Richardson, if he can just try and stay with this draft, I don't think he's going to be able to, though. And Colton Yo doesn't look as fast as these drivers as well. They might be around the same pace. They could be staying right with each other. We'll have to see. Jones come off pit road. I think he fell a lap down the 08. Jones is going to be 1 lap down, it looks like. Brennan Sarlin has led all but 2 laps. They were the first 2. They were led by Matthew Burnett, the pole sitter. Now Oskin looks to be the first driver to not start on the front row to lead a lap in this race. Oskin for the lead into turns 1 and 2. 14 laps to go. Evan Hunter finding his way to the front, moves up to 3rd. Jay Jefferson looks to his inside and still just latching onto this draft. Conrad Evans and Will Graymont and Hernandez might be losing the draft to the 11. Samet Oskin. He'll be the first driver to not start on the front row to lead a lap in this race right here. I think that 11 with the hit they took, it didn't look bad, but I think it slowed him down a little bit. He's falling behind DeLello now and Zidell both. Not what Anthony Hernandez wanted to see. He needs every point he can get in this race. Conrad Evans might need to win this one, and if he does, how close would he be to the points? He'd be within a few. That strength of the 36 is amazing. I thought the 13 was going to clear him. Oskin is still side by side with Brendan. Brendan is not giving it up without a fight. That 36 is just so strong. I think that time the 13 is going to be able to clear him, but my goodness, Brendan held on for so long. Jay Jefferson looks low for the lead. Randall with them, Olsen with them. Here comes Marshall Burrow, and there's Conrad Evans. Needing every point he can get. A win in the books for the 89 would be huge for his championship chances. 11 laps to go, 3 wide for the lead. Randall to the inside of the 74, already catching a lap car. And it is Levi Schultz who just came off pit road. Jake Richardson cannot latch onto Yo, but is currently only 1 point behind him. We're definitely going to catch multiple cars. By the end of this race, it could cause another accident. Eric Olsen for the lead. Marshall Burrow for the lead. Conrad Evans may be in a good position right here when we catch Levi Jones. We've seen the pass catching Shones in the trial here causes the big crash. Fortunately, it looks like entering turn 1. They're going to dart to the inside. Oh, Shones and Burrow, but they're able to keep it going. Evans gets through. Graymont gets through. That's what both of them needed. Great job by Burrow not crashing. They're catching another car, though. Hernandez trying to get low in the 11. But up at the front, Conrad Evans and Will Graymont, they'll run 1-2. We're catching now the 15 of Matthew Burnett. Where does he go? Who gets around? Evans has to halt in the middle. Graymont, the only car to get through. Now Evans into the 15. Around goes Burnett into Marshall Burrow. Who else is collected in this one? It's only those two for now. Yellow flag will come out. It looks like it will only be those two. Oh my. Caution flag is out. Did the leaders take it? Will Graymont did not. Zidell did not. The leaders are racing back around. How bad is the 89 car? It looks all right. You really can't blame anyone but Matthew Burnett on that one. Racing back to the yellow. Will Graymont leads with 8 to go. Another accident. This one, the 15 of Burnett, the 52 of Burrow. It just looked like the 15 cut down into the 89. He was trying to get by. I think Evans had position on him. Poor Marshall Burrow, innocent bystander, was running really well today and gets collected. Nothing of his doing it. Now we'll have a late race restart with under 5 to go. And about 20 cars are clear of lap traffic. So another yellow, the second one of the day. Will Graymont leads in the 42. Let's go see what happened. Matthew Burnett, Conrad Evans make contact in the trial. As they came off 4, Conrad Evans had to get checked up because of the 15 Matthew Burnett. Gets checked up so he doesn't run over him and get into him and ruin the A9's race. And right here now, Evans is moving low on the 15. He has the core panel to the inside, and the 15 just keeps coming down and wipes out into the A9 and the 7 both, and Marshall Burrow just an instant bystander up against the outside wall. Fortunately, they did not pop back down. Look how close it is for Landon Lyons. Marshall Burrow luckily not hit right there, and it was somehow only a 2-car wreck, but understandably, Burrow has to be upset. Evans, if I was Conrad Evans, I would definitely be upset with Matthew Burnett because obviously Evans in a championship fight looking for every point he can get, and that about took out his own race car and none of his doing. Look at DeLello flying through there. I don't know if he took the yellow. If he didn't, he gained a lot of spots right there. Let's go on board with Conrad Evans. 5th in points entering this race, looking to leave with a shot at the championship. This almost took him out of that shot. And there's nothing you can say about what Matthew Burnett did right there. It was just unnecessary and dangerous. So Will Graymont possibly did not want to see that. He had a nice gap over the rest of the field and was probably going to be able to keep it throughout the rest of the race. But now, 3rd in points, leads this race. How badly does he want it? He wants to be in the championship fight. Will Graymont leads in the Gatorade 300 with under 5 to go at Chicagoland. Green flag this time, 4 laps to go. And for 3 drivers, they're going to be fighting for every point they can possibly get out of this day. Will Graymont, Conrad Evans, Anthony Ness. How do they do on this restart, and who gets the race victory? No cars are out. 35 on the lead lap. 2nd in points, Jake Richardson. At the moment, will lose 1 point to Colton Yo. So it would be 5 points between those two. The question is, will Graymont, Hernandez, and Evans factor into that? Because right now, I don't think Yo's going to get another point. His nearest chase competitor is all the way up. I don't even see where the nearest one is. It would be, at the moment, TJ Reed in 17th. So he's not having a good day. So Will Graymont, looking for a miracle to get into the championship fight, leads this race. Zidell in 2nd, McShane 3rd, Rando 4th, Olsen 5th. How about Evans in 6th? He might need to win. Curtis 7th, DeLello 8th, Jefferson and Hunter. That's the front 10. We're back going. Jones restart middle of the pack, so he's slowing back there. Looks like it's going to be about 20 cars that break away. Evans got shuffled high. The 89. Graymont wants to see this balance for a second. If they get 3 wide, that's perfect for the 42. Graymont trying to stay out in front in the 42, 3 to go at the line. Who will time it right at Chicagoland? Hernandez trying to get every point he can get, but that 11 struggling. 3 laps to go in the Gatorade 300. Will Graymont leads. 3 wide to the bottom goes DeLello. Evans desperately needs to find a way down behind that 92 so he can get up here and maybe get by some more drivers in points. 2 to go at the line. Evans might be able to, but Mills might fill it too soon. Jeffrey Beaver's also coming. Will Graymont, 2 to go. And he might take over the points if he wins this race. Desperately trying to stay out front. DeLello trying to get there. Lyons, another chaser as well. That's the bad thing for Graymont. If he loses the lead, he'll lose more points. Here comes DeLello for the race lead. Zachary DeLello trying to take it. Stout looking for wide on Landon Lyons. The 4 able to clear. Lyons to the inside trying to come for the win. Here they come to the white flag this time by. Oh, a car peeled off to pit road. White flag last lap in Chicagoland. DeLello leads Lyons to turn 1. Lyons steps out in the 4. Here comes Stout and Mills. Lyons and Chaser leads off turn 2 and down the backstretch for the final time. Can Stout get there? How about Jose Mills? Turn 3 and 4 for the final time. Landon Lyons leads. Stout looking for a run off of 4. They'll race side by side to the start-finish line. The race winner, Landon Lyons. He'll win as a chaser. Landon Lyons wins the Gatorade 300 at Chicagoland. A chaser gets it done, but the big story is the 11, 89, and 42 all getting points on the front 2. It will leave about 5 drivers with a shot at the championship at Homestead. A crazy one at Chicagoland shakes up the chase picture once again. Let's go see the finish results on the points look heading into the final race of the season. The stage has been set. Here's how they finished in the Gatorade 300 at the Chicagoland Speedway. 2 caution flags for 8 laps here today, and 6 lead to 7 different drivers led here at Chicagoland. And 1 out front the right time. Landon Lyons wins this race and puts himself back into the championship fight. It may be a very long shot at Homestead, but he is mathematically eligible for the championship. Jordan Stout ends up in 2nd, Evan Hunter in 3rd, Jose Mills in 4th, and Zachary DeLello rounds out the top 5 in the 35. Jay Brando ends up in 6th, Jay Jefferson 7th, Will Graymont up to 2nd in points now. 8th place for him. He'll definitely take it. However, what could have been? He could have gotten another point or 2 if the 35 and the 4 both finished behind him. 9th place for Ross McTrain and Jennifer Beaver rounds out the top 10, the 98. Brandon Sarland dominated from 2nd place, but ends up 14 laps led in 12th. Conrad Evans ends up in 15th. While he does gain points, it wasn't as much as he was really hoping that he would gain. He only gained 3, and he leaves 11 points back, so that's still a very, very long shot. And for Anthony Reyes as well, he only gained a point, I believe. Yeah, he only gained 1 point on Colton Yo, so he goes from 10 back to 9 back. It's not really that big of a gap, so the only one that really was able to gain from this and take advantage of the front 2 crashing in this race was Will Graymont, who got in the top 10. Because as you look down, from Hernandez to then Colton Yo, there were no chasers in between them. Yo in 28th, and then obviously Jake Richardson 34th. That's a point difference between those 2, and then 3 chasers that had really, really big circles. Shones 2 laps down, the Jeff Wright, Danny Lloyd both out from their crash damage. At the right side are the update points heading into the final race of the season at Homestead. Colton Yo leads by 4 over Will Graymont and 5 over Jake Richardson. Those 3 with the realistic shot at the championship. When we go to mathematical shots at the championship, Hernandez 9 points back, Lyons 10 points back, DeLello and Evans both 11 points back. All have a shot at it. Those are the drivers that have a shot. So realistically, it'll come down to Yo, Graymont, Richardson. Mathematically, it comes down to those 3, and then Hernandez, Lyons, Evans, and DeLello. So 3 with a realistic shot, and there's about 4 that have a mathematical shot. 4 more that have a mathematical shot. So 7 drivers going with a shot at the championship. 3 have the best shot. We'll see who it is who leaves Homestead as the final Target Series champion. It all comes down to that one race, the Homestead Miami Speedway. It is the Krispy Kreme 300. I'll see you guys then.